The text message arrived at 2:47 a.m. on a Tuesday, the kind of message that shatters your world before your morning coffee has even finished brewing. My ex-girlfriend Grace, who I hadn't spoken to in 3 years, had sent me 5 words that would unravel everything. Call me. It's about Sophia. Sophia, my wife of 2 years. The woman who still left little notes in my lunchbox, who cried during dog adoption commercials, who wore my oversized sweaters while working from home. What could Grace possibly know about Sophia that I didn't? But here's the thing about secrets. They have a way of festering in the darkness until someone brave enough or vindictive enough decides to drag them into the light. If stories like this fascinate you, hit that subscribe button right now. Trust me, you're going to want to hear how this unfolds. And stick around until the end, because the twist in this story will leave you questioning everything you think you know about trust. My hands trembled as I dialed Grace's number that morning. Sophia had already left for her yoga class. Wednesday was always yoga, followed by coffee with her sister Claire. Routine, predictable, safe. Grace's voice cut through the phone like a blade. No pleasantries, no small talk. Ethan, I debated calling you for months, but if someone was making a fool out of me, I'd want to know. The pit in my stomach deepened. Grace, what are you talking about? Your wife is having an affair with my husband. The words hung in the air like smoke after a gunshot. Jack, Grace's husband of 5 years, a real estate developer with perfectly white teeth and an expensive watch collection. I'd met him exactly once at Grace's housewarming party before Sophia and I even started dating. That's impossible, I stammered. Sophia doesn't even know Jack. She's never... The Marriott downtown. Every Wednesday. Room 847. They've been meeting there for 8 months. Wednesdays. Yoga and coffee with Claire. My wife's sacred routine. Grace's voice cracked slightly. I hired a private investigator 3 weeks ago. I have photos, Ethan. I have receipts. I have everything. Instead of confronting Sophia immediately, something inside me demanded proof. Maybe it was the lawyer in me, or maybe it was the desperate hope that Grace had made some terrible mistake. I canceled my afternoon meetings and drove to the Marriott. The concierge, a kind-faced woman named Charlotte, recognized me immediately when I showed her Sophia's photo. Oh yes, Mrs. Matthews comes in every Wednesday around 11. Such a lovely woman, always so polite to the staff. Mrs. Matthews, Sophia's maiden name. The name she'd specifically chosen not to keep after our wedding because she wanted to start fresh as a family. Charlotte's smile faded when she saw my expression. Sir, are you all right? I managed to nod and walk to the elevator, my legs moving without conscious thought. Floor 8, room 847. I pressed my ear to the door and heard nothing but the thundering of my own pulse. That evening, Sophia returned home with her usual post-yoga glow, chattering about Claire's new boyfriend. She kissed my cheek while unpacking her gym bag, and I caught a whiff of expensive cologne, not the lavender yoga studio scent she usually carried. How was coffee with your sister? I asked, testing the waters. Sophia's pause lasted exactly 3 seconds too long. Oh, you know Claire, always dramatic about something. Today it was her job, tomorrow it'll be something else. She was good, frighteningly good. The lie rolled off her tongue like silk, accompanied by the kind of eye contact that would convince a jury of her innocence. But I knew something was wrong. Friday morning, I told Sophia I had to fly to Chicago for an emergency client meeting. I even packed a bag and called an Uber to the airport, making sure she saw me leave. Instead, I circled back and parked 3 blocks away from our house, positioned where I could see our driveway. At 10:15 a.m., a silver BMW pulled up. Jack stepped out, straightening his jacket, checking his reflection in the car window. He walked to our front door, and used a key. A key to my house. In the hands of my wife's lover. The betrayal hit me like a physical blow. This wasn't just an affair conducted in sterile hotel rooms. Sophia had given him access to our home, our sanctuary, the place where we'd promised to build our future together. The following Wednesday, I decided to visit the Marriott one final time. I needed to see them together with my own eyes, to make the betrayal feel real enough to fuel the anger I'd need to get through the divorce. I waited in the lobby, positioned behind a newspaper. At 11:03 a.m., the elevator doors opened. Sophia stepped out first, laughing at something over her shoulder. Then Jack appeared behind her. But he wasn't alone. Grace emerged from the elevator next, her arm linked with Jack's free arm, followed by another woman I didn't recognize, a tall redhead with the kind of confidence that suggested she belonged exactly where she was. My world tilted sideways. This wasn't a simple affair between two people. This was something else entirely. I followed them to a conference room the hotel had set up for what appeared to be a business meeting. Through the glass partition, I watched Sophia open a laptop and begin a presentation while the others took notes. That's when I noticed the banner hanging behind them. Pinnacle Property Development Q4 Investment Review. Jack's company. My phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. Mr. Ethan, this is Charlotte from the Marriott Concierge. You seemed distressed yesterday. I thought you should know, your wife books our conference room every Wednesday for business meetings. She's been helping Mr. Jack with a development project downtown. I hope this helps clarify things. The pieces crashed together like a puzzle solving itself in reverse. Sophia hadn't been having an affair. She'd been working on a secret business project, something she'd clearly wanted to surprise me with. But then why had Grace called me? Why had she claimed to have photos of an affair? That evening, Grace called again. Did you confront her yet? She asked, her voice carrying a strange edge I hadn't noticed before. Grace, I said slowly, there is no affair, is there? Her laugh was sharp and bitter. Oh, it was sharp and bitter. Oh, Ethan, you always were too trusting. What are you talking about? I've been planning this for 2 years, ever since you dumped me for Little Miss Perfect Sophia. Did you really think I'd just accept that you'd found someone better than me? The truth hit me like a sledgehammer. Grace hadn't been trying to save me from betrayal, she'd been orchestrating it. I hired actors, she continued, her voice gaining momentum like a runaway train. The private investigator, the photos, even Charlotte at the hotel was paid to lie to you. I wanted to destroy your perfect little marriage, Ethan. I wanted you to feel the same humiliation you put me through. But here's where Grace's plan had a fatal flaw. She underestimated Sophia. The only problem, Sophia's voice cut through the phone speaker, is that I've been recording every conversation you've had with my husband for the past month. My wife had been listening on the extension. Sophia's business project hadn't been with Jack's company. It had been investigating Grace's harassment and building a legal case against her. You see, Grace, Sophia continued, when someone starts spreading rumors about my marriage, I don't just get mad. I get methodical. Ethan's divorce attorney friends taught me a few things about gathering evidence. Grace was arrested the following week for harassment, fraud, and conspiracy. The restraining order was granted immediately. Sophia's real secret? She'd been planning to surprise me with a deed to a house she'd been quietly purchasing for us, a dream home we'd talked about, but never thought we could afford. Her meetings with actual real estate developers, her careful financial planning, all of it had been for us. The betrayal in this story wasn't what I thought it was. It wasn't my wife's infidelity. It was my ex-girlfriend's elaborate revenge scheme and my own willingness to believe the worst about the person I loved most. Sometimes the person you think is saving you is actually the one trying to destroy you. And sometimes the person you doubt is the only one fighting for you. Trust isn't just about faith. It's about knowing who deserves it. If this story taught you something about trust, betrayal, or the complexity of human relationships, let me know in the comments below. And if you want more stories that challenge everything you think you know about love and loyalty, make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on. Because the truth is rarely as simple as it first appears.